Party Girl has always been a devout follower of Sanguine. She never saw any value in life beyond the basest of based pleasures. So, when she was arrested for huffing skooma while ing on a scamp's while a Dramora her dopamine-fried brain became so incredibly bored in prison, she vowed to regain Sanguine's rose as soon as she got out, if nothing else to fill the world with chaos to feel something. That's why today I'm asking the question, can you beat Oblivion with only the Sanguine Rose? The first rule is the most obvious. My only method of attack is the Sanguine Rose. To ensure I can't just tank my way through this challenge, I'm not allowed to block with the thing, I can only wear fancy clothing, shoes, and any kind of jewelry, and I must devour any potion or ingredient I obtain immediately, since I have no self-control. The only exceptions are potions and ingredients that are needed for objectives. Speaking of which, I'll be doing some quests fitting for a Disciple of Debauchery, as well as collecting a little something special along the way. Finally, I must play on Adept difficulty or higher at all times, and I must level up throughout the playthrough to keep things interesting. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. After several agonizing hours in this boring prison, I finally get a moment of excitement.
You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. Gods give me strength.
Hey, I'll take any excuse to blow this joint. As the first band of assassins tries to assass the Emperor, Captain Renault goes down like a chump, which makes me wonder how she got this far in life. I try to pry her armor off for booze money, but the game won't let me for some reason. Scurrying past some rats, I decide that my outfit is so unflattering I'd rather strip naked than be seen wearing it. Wouldn't be the first or last time. Since I can't attack, I just run past all the enemies, dodging best I can and looting anything mildly useful. When I get back to the Emperor, he calls off his guards and asks me what my birth sign is.
You know the 9.
I choose the lady since I'm a lady, not sure why there isn't a dude birth sign, and watch as the blades cull some more cultists. I protect the Emperor by blocking a suspiciously loose-looking piece of wall, but after waiting a while, I hear that Boris is still fighting. I use TFC to investigate and find some odd things. First of all, 2 cultists essentially vibrating against each other. Second, one giving up on life. Third, they are literally pouring out of the walls in a never-ending cascade. Taking the smallest of steps towards the Emperor, he tells me what to do with his amulet, a cultist runs straight through me, and he gets assassed anyway. Well, I tried, but fate is clearly fucking with me. Well, at least Boris correctly guesses my class for once.
You're an experienced bard, am I right?
While I am a bard at heart, I think I should still make my own class. I choose intelligence and endurance as attributes and pick acrobatics, athletics, mercantile, restoration, security, sneak, and speech as my skills. Now that I'm a certified reveler, I run through the rest of the sewers into the wide world of Cyrodiil, ready to get my rose until I remember, oh yeah, I have no drip.
Hey yo baby, let me pinch that ass.
Hey, what the fuck? Luckily, I know where I can get some. I travel buck naked to Anvil and break into Oakenhole's house, finding the exact outfit I need in his private quarters, and a few other things. Okay, I admit I may have done some mild larceny, but causing mischief is Sanguine's whole shtick. Give me a break. Well, this outfit looks absolutely divine. Well, I would get my rose now, but I need a way to get these stolen goods off my hands. Wait, who's that? Huh, interesting. Well, I can start by selling all my non-stolen goods to Thorinir. Now that I have some money, I might as well get a drink. Lord knows I need one. Actually, I think I should save it, just a hunch. That money's also useful for bribing a beggar to tell me about that guy on the poster.
To learn more about the Grey Fox, go to the Garden of Deraloth at midnight.
However, my attempt to join the Thieves Guild results in this.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello.
If I had a question about heavy armor.
Guards,
Violence! Guard, someone's being attacked!
I'm not gonna ask. Second try goes better though, and now I have to steal Greg Heffley's diary to get in. Well, not before this.
It's you. Hi.
Really? Twice in a row? Anyways, stealing the diary is easy peasy. Meth Head calls the kettle black.
Thief! You stole that diary from me. Now I have to wait to get into the guild.
And I gain access to a Nordic fence. A Nordic fence in Bruma that I hand my hot items to.
I can handle some types of stolen property.
Probably not smart to say that out loud in a tavern. Well, with everything I need to impress Sanguine, fancy clothes, expensive hooch, and ill-gotten gains, I travel to his shrine from Skingrad.
I joined for the parties. Why would I go back to work? That life is for suckers and fools.
It's all fun. Why not?
Alright, now you're speaking my language.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine? Bring Sanguine a gift. Some Cyrodiilic brandy is an appropriate gift for your host.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Oh, come on, how powerful do I have to be to have fun? Since I don't want to grind for hours and unbalance the game, I set my level to 8 with the console and immediately set it back to 1 when he's done talking.
Ah, another mortal. Come to beg Sanguine to add a bit of spice to an otherwise drab existence. The castle Leowin is a dull, dreary place. I want you to liven it up. Use this spell on the Countess and her guests. I think it will make the party much more interesting.
With this fancy outfit, infiltrating the party should be a piece of cake.
It's a fancy party. You seem a fine enough sort, but not so nice as I'm going to just let you in there. At least not dressed like that.
What the fuck you mean? I'm dressed perfectly. As this guard has standards so high there in space, I have to use my natural charms to convince him instead.
I appreciate the jet. That will get you some. I'm with you. Don't know that you're dressed for it, but you seem like a really likable sort. I'd better not regret this.
Casting the spell Sanguine gave me, I turn the party into a birthday party complete with matching suits and run naked and afraid from the guards. As they're so persistent, I have to take refuge in the town of Blankenmarsh, but I find something even more valuable than safety inside. Is that gimme! I must have more. But I'll get more later. Right now I have to worry about not getting killed. I run as fast as I can, even skinny dipping and freezing my tits off, but no matter how far I go, the game still won't let me fast travel. When I get to Border Watch, I just give up and surrender to the guards. Luckily, the skills I lose don't impact me in the slightest, so with that, I'm able to report back to Sanguine for my reward.
A rousing success, mortal. And it appears you joined in the festivities as well. You'll find your equipment in that chest over there. And here's a little something for your efforts. Maybe we'll celebrate again sometime.
I am Rosebearer. Hear my words. We will perform the sacred rites of in the sexy flame lady away. As you can see, the rose summons a random Daedra when cast on someone. I reload a save to avoid attacking my fellow cultists, of course, but I do learn 2 important things. 1, the rose works on corpses, and 2, the Daedra aren't very cooperative. I'll keep that in mind. For now, I hand over that amulet the Emperor gave me to Joffrey.
By the Nine, this is the Amulet of Kings.
Who says I need to find the bastard heir to the throne in Kvatch. When I get there, an elf rants and raves about the Daedra.
Daedra overran Kvatch last night! Run when you can!
So I prove his fears correct.
Gods, there's a psychopath on the loose.
In the gate itself,
I used the
Daedra
to destroy this
Daedra, which doesn't turn out too well for Vanius. Sorry. Fighting my way past some more scamps, I run into a problem. It only has 10 uses before running dry, meaning I'd have to fill soul gems, find Varla stones in ruins, or pay a huge fee to recharge it. Problem is, I can't really do any of those things if I can't attack in the first place. So I come up with a compromise. I give myself 40 Varla stones using the console, and forbid myself from picking up any or recharging the staff in any other way. If I run out of those 40, I fail the challenge. Feel free to dislike the video if you see this as a failure, but let's be honest, you don't want to watch me try to recharge my weapon for hours. The main problem with this challenge is that I'm at the mercy of RNG. First, I have to get a Daedra who's useful for the situation. If it's too weak, it won't do me much good, and if it's too strong, it'll kill my enemies and turn on me next. Then I have to actually hope it attacks my target effectively instead of going after me or an ally. All the while, I'm nigh defenseless and running around like a headless chicken just to stay alive.
Over here! Quickly!
Through patience, I managed to get through the Oblivion gate and even get a sigil stone that increases my health. I use it to make the party clothes from that one Skyrim quest.
You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that.
To fit the theme.
You've got far more combat experience than these men.
You sure? I mostly just get Daedra to do all the work for me. Well, time to prove him wrong by making things actively worse.
I heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back.
Yep, totally. That was all me.
Who are you? What do you really want with me? Emperor Uriel Septim? No, you must have the wrong man. You spoke to the Emperor before he died. You helped them drive the Daedra back. Yes, I'll come with you to Wayne Priory.
Well, that was easy. I guess being charming has its advantages. As soon as we get to the Priory, however, we find us being besieged by the Mythic Dawn, who have this guy so spooked you can't even get his words out.
Such violence!
I get lucky enough to summon a Zivile, which has the bonus of summoning a Clanfear to fight with it. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. I then summon a Clanfear to take out one, and a Storm Atronach for the other. Oh no, not Prior. Ooh, shiny. That looks good on me. This is the first time I realized that if you search the cabinet where Joffrey hid the amulet, he has unique dialogue if you find him in the chapel.
I should have known they could find it. Little can remain hid from a Daedra lord. I underestimated the enemy. It will not happen again.
It's always fun to find new stuff like that. Anyways, we take Martin to Cloud Ruler Temple. I crash his initiation with the same artifact he owned years ago.
Your Highness, the blades are at your command. You will be safe here until you can take up your throne.
Quickly now, all of you. I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best.
And I'm sent to the Imperial City to do some spy work with Boris. But before that, there's a certain quest involving a crime of passion that I'd like to do in the name of my lord. Not before buying a better healing spell, although no spell could heal the marriage between Malona and Gogan.
He'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. The men who are robbed are so embarrassed, they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own.
The most fetching Nordwoman you've ever seen walked in with an equally attractive Imperial woman following, and then suddenly they brandished weapons and robbed me. They sent me away with barely a stitch of clothing. Harlots.
To be clear, I'm not mad that they're defiling an aspect of Sanguine by using it for theft. I'm mad because no actual sex is occurring. If you're gonna run a honey trap, at least fully commit.
We make money by luring fools out to the middle of nowhere and robbing them blind. Weak-willed men who are easily fooled into believing they will have their way with us. Oh, men are so gullible. You show a little skin. Just a tease. No one touches you. What do you say? Damn, I knew it. You're working for the city guard, aren't you? We got someone who doesn't want to cooperate.
They get a few unlikely clients straight from Sanguine. A short stack, a smoking hot lesbian, and a hunk who's into electrostimulation. Unfortunately, Gogan and Malona, who were guards in disguise the whole time, come in at the exact wrong moment, and Gogan gets tossed like a ragdoll. Malona seems oddly clinical about her husband's death, though.
We have a lot of paperwork and follow-up investigation to do. Please, leave us to it.
Despite the setbacks, I think this calls for a celebratory toast. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, that's, oh my. I'm, keeping that for later. Huh, a prized Minotaur horn? Considering what Helga and Skyrim did with that Horker tusk? Yeah, I'm keeping that too. No relation. After this quest, I level up to put points in intelligence, endurance, and willpower. I do the same thing for every time I level up in this run, so I'm not gonna bother going over them. Getting back to the main quest, I say to hell with subtlety and sick SCP-682 on Astav's raggedy ass. However, the thing also takes out Boris and the innkeeper, and while I thought I was next, I just need new pants. With 2 volumes of the Mythic Dawn's manifesto, I patiently wait in the bookstore for Gwyneth to arrive with the 3rd, but he doesn't show. I go to look for him when Agramir practices his vowels in front of me.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
G-H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P!
And a beggar calls me beautiful, so you just know I had to give him a coin.
Have pity, beautiful lady. Thank you, kind lady.
I eventually find him in the Tiber Septim Hotel, and despite being an expert on the Daedra, when I remind him that I could sick one of them on him at any time, he hands over the book without a fight. Boris catches me in the middle of grinding Restoration,
You're not easy to get hold of.
which leads me to the last volume that can only be found by meeting with the cult sponsor. As you'd expect, the rats and crabs are nothing to write home about, and to be honest, the cultists aren't either. I summon a Storm Atronach to kill the sponsor and soften them up, as well as a Daedroff to finish the job. Unfortunately, the Daedroff finished off Boris as well. Whoops. Oh, the important part is, I have all 4 volumes, and I can use them to find where the Mythic Dawn's base lies.
Give me your possessions and put on this initiate's robe.
You can take my drip off my dead body.
For Lord Dagon! Here!
Try to
I hope you die!
Am I supposed to be...
Huh. Apparently Dagon likes cheese. Maybe he's hanging out with Shio too much. While the whole going undercover thing didn't work out, I do get a vantage point that lets me sow chaos from a safe distance. Things get a bit more hectic later, but the squishy Mythic Dawn are still no match for the very Daedra they revere. With the Necronomicon in hand, I sell some stuff to Thorinir, give the book to Martin,
By the 9!
and get tasked by Joffrey to kill some spies. I use training and some grinding to hit level 50 in Restoration, deal with Severi in the most overkill way possible, find the Mythic Dawn's plans, and take out Ural as part of the bargain. Martin needs a Daedric artifact to open a portal to Mainkar's realm, and just to see his reaction, I hand over the rose.
I never thought to see this again. I once possessed it, briefly, a lifetime ago, it seems now.
Wow, so Martin was a hardcore partier in his youth? I respect him a lot more now. Reloading a save, I head to the Shrine of Sheer Gorath for a different artifact, finding some people who may have partied a bit too hard.
Bugs everywhere, all over.
Scrumptious, darling children.
I'm a terrible dog now.
The bright, shining light?
Here, not here. Welcome to the Grove of Madness.
I want some of the skooma you're smoking. Luckily, I was able to find all the stuff Shio wants in Aria's caverns, so I can fulfill the Mad God's will right away.
I could turn you into a goat, or a puddle, or a bad idea. I could make you eat your own fingers, or fall in love with a cloud. There's a little settlement called Order Watch. Find their shaman, and ask about the Kashara prophecy.
After a few tries, I'm able to pickpocket the key to the Elroy cheese and put it in the pot, causing rats to infest the town. Considering everyone here is a cat person, shouldn't this just be free dinner for them? I use the rat poison to kill the sheep, then step into the middle of town to witness it raining cats and dogs. I mean, raining dogs on cats. In return, he gives me the Wabbajack, and while I can think of quite a few pranks I could pull with it, I reluctantly give it to Martin for the ritual. Next, I've got to defend Bruma from the day... Ever since I had that skooma, this hunger's been itching in the back of my skull, and now I must answer it.
We must get that poison they're selling off the street.
Yep, off the street, and into my hands.
Jump on my sword while you can. Take that! You move like a pregnant cow!
That's a good start, but I can get more. I've heard rumors of a skooma den in Burville. Let's check it out. Wait, where's all the skooma? I only found like 3 bottles. Are you hiding it all from me? Oh yes you are. And now you all have to die.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I've seen a good brawl. Why won't...
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Wait, I sense a greater purpose for the skooma, one that would make my lord very pleased. Perhaps, for once, I should not indulge immediately. As I was saying, I've got to defend Bruma from the Daedra, and like in Kvatch, I make things worse for everyone.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. I'll send your bloody soul straight to Sovngarde.
Yeah, this is like trying to put out a house fire with gasoline. It's just not working out. Poor Bird gets so traumatized from having the shit kicked out of him that he freezes up and refuses to move into the Sigil Stone chamber. So I fix it by kicking the shit out of him once more. The Sigil Stone lets me resist magic, which I use to make the party boots. Combine that with a Ring of Nihilism I found that also lets me resist magic, and my ensemble is almost complete. Next task is getting the Armor of Tiber Septim, but before tackling that, I blow all my money on restoration training, cause what else will I use it for, and do some grinding to get to 60. I then do another gate for the last Sigil Stone to complete my gear. Shadenhall ought to be simple, I mean, I get backup, right? Ah, never mind. Yeah, this gate's more of the same. Summon a Daedra, let it fight, run from it, rinse and repeat. I get a Sigil Stone that fortifies my magicka and use it to make the Charmed Necklace, a reference to the one the Revelers give you in Skyrim. Now that my drip is 100% complete, it's time to raid the Tomb of a God. Luckily, my Daedra can damage the ghost just fine, even when not using magic, so this play shouldn't be too hard. Tastes like oranges and green food dye. The first blade skeleton goes down easily thanks to a Frost Atronach, and the second gets ripped apart by a Zivile. But then I run into a new problem. The ghost isn't going into the chamber. I try using the kill command to reset him as I thought he'd be essential, but nope, I end up killing what is already dead. Somehow. I do encounter a strange glitch here though, where my projectiles stick to his body and make a stacking sound. Turns out I just needed to wait for an hour to fix him, so I move on to the other Skelly boys. After getting the armor, which still has usable blood scrapings after 500 plus years, I now have to get a big rock at Miskarkend. Since Sanguine Shrine is the closest place to there, I give my patron deity a little visit after all my adventures.
Reach for glory, Rosebearer.
Aw, thanks. As you'd expect, the many goblins and zombies in here are nothing to write home about, and while I thought that the Lich King would pose a greater challenge, I thought wrong. The final ingredient in Martin's Paradise Cocktail is a Great Sigil Stone, which can only be obtained by putting Bruma under threat of siege. But Martin makes a rousing speech, so it's all okay.
Will we let them burn our homes? We will let them kill our families?
No! Well, unless they come out of my cool staff. As usual for this game, the battle before the Great Gate is a low FPS clusterfuck, where I can't really do anything of value besides wait. Once inside, I parkour my way to the main bridge, run up a tower to unlock the gate, and run inside the main tower. The Daedra here are tougher than before, taking more casts of my rose to kill and making my healing magic really come in clutch, but I managed to persevere, grab the stone, witness Ulrich not being a douchebag for once.
Congratulations on your victory. Your fame was well deserved, it seems.
And hoof it back to the temple so Martin can give me a... Cathutet just takes a flame baddie and Killer Croc to go down, giving me the bands of the Chosen I need to face Cameron. Luckily for me, one of the Mythic Dawn has turned over a new leaf, so with his help, I'm able to make it further through the caves. I use a Storm Atronach Daedroth Zivile combo to take care of the two main Dremora, then run through the rest to save on charge. This comes at the cost of totally ruining Cameron's monologue though.
Grows nearer with every rift in the firmament. Soon, very soon, the lines now blurred will be erased. Tamriel and Oblivion rejoin. The Mythic Age reborn.
Not that I mind.
The world shall be remade. The new...
You sly dog! You got me monologuing!
The first attempt, Mankar gets sick of me dodging his lightning and teams up with his Dremora to give me the goddamn electric chair. On the second try, I make more progress, jumping and running around like a madwoman, but even healing constantly doesn't save me from the barrage of spells thrown my way. On the third try, I get lucky and summon a Zivile that softens him up pretty nicely before following up with a Frost Atronach. Apparently, Cameron is no fan of the cold, as that's what finally does him in. Kind of anticlimactic, but hey, I'll take it. Alright guys, let's get Martin to the... Are we just gonna pretend that didn't happen? Before the dragon fires can be lit, we're ambushed by Daedra, meaning we have to get Martin to the Temple of the One. To be fair, I try my best to help, although there's only so much I can do when I'm just adding more Daedra to the equation. I do find out that the staff works on Mehrunes himself, which is neat. Doesn't do me any good, but it's neat. I reach the Temple of the One. Martin turns himself into the dragon god of time, which is fitting because now is Dagon's time to die, and the day is saved, proving that yes, you can beat Oblivion with only the Sanguine Rose.
What happened? Where's Martin? I must congratulate him. The avatar of Akatosh. That was Martin? Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Tiber Septim. In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil.
Wow, I became the champion not only through no effort of my own, but by actively making things worse? This is exactly what Sanguine would have wanted. Speaking of which, I recall having a plan for all that skooma I hoarded. By the power invested in me, Rose-bearer, I command the world to fall to debauchery and the five sacred senses, for rapture to flow through the nerves of the earthbones themselves, and for Sanguine to bathe existence in crimson ambrosia from which enlightenment may blossom. I think I overdid it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching yet another video. If you liked the video, leave a like, hype if you're on mobile, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and give constructive criticism so I can improve. Also, leave your ideas for new videos in the comments. If you really want to support me, subscribe to my Patreon or become a channel member, which will get you shouted out, guarantee a chat with me, and make your ideas more likely to become reality. Plus, it's only 17 cents a day. Even just 20 subscribers to my Patreon would mean a lot to me and help me put out even better content. And if you ever wanted my weird Mobius strip face plastered on your chest, you can check out my merch store, which is linked in the description. Check me out on Reddit or Discord if you want to chat, or check out my second channel, The Loophole, for some extra content. This is Causal Loop signing off. Peace.
WORST Hero of Kvatch!